Agenda is the solid waste contract.
Good evening. This is the public hearing for solid waste services contract. First, we went to RCW 3521-156, Section 4. On May 18th, at a special meeting, the City Council selected Waste Management of Washington Incorporated as the preferred provider of solid waste services in Pacific. Contract negotiations have been underway since then with staff. We've got 17 iterations. We're on the 17th, and we're really close, but the attorneys, we're still waiting to hear back from Waste Management on the last iteration. The attorneys need to work that out. We don't see it taking too much time, but we have to make sure before we come to council and the decisions have a chance, as well as the council members, to look at the complete contract. That's why the delay in putting it off. So that's why, and the public hearing is scheduled per RCW 3521-156-6 tonight. I've also been advised by our attorney that we will be having we should have a public hearing after the final version, but it's good to go and have this one first anyway. One of the things I want to point out to the council and to the public is the draft findings. So on Section 3, based on recommendations of the evaluation team, city staff, and public comment, the city finds that it is in the public interest to enter into contract with Waste Management Incorporated for solid waste collection services based on the following. And as you see, there's a page and a half, almost 2 pages of A to G, but F has about 13 parts. And so I hope that the public, as well as the council, has reviewed these. If they have any questions, feel free to ask. So at this time,
Is it on our website?
I believe it is. Do you know if it's on our website? The findings of fact.
It is included in the agenda, yes.
Okay. We can put it on separately there.
Questions from council? No? Okay, seeing none, we'll now open up the public hearing for public testimony on the solid waste contract. Was there anyone that would like to speak on the solid waste contract? Come on.
Hi, good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I've been here many times and commented about this proposed agreement in the past, and I'm here again this evening to ask the Council reconsider the decision for this proposal, which is a much higher bid. As a member of the Council, it is important that you know exactly what it is you're supporting. I believe there's been a lack of information during this process, and I would expect that you demand from your staff to know specific answers to specific questions. In the packet that was referred to earlier that has various findings, item E mentions that our argument in which our proposal is $1.9 million cheaper than the others over the 10 years of the agreement. It argues that that's inaccurate. I would ask that tonight, as part of the public hearing, that staff is requested by council to let everyone in the room know what the bid amounts are and what the out-of-pocket difference is to the local residents and businesses over 10 years. This should be public knowledge. I also ask the council or staff to tell this room if the other proponent has changed their price after the bid to reduce the $1.9 million difference over 10 years, and if so, what did they change? Over the past several months, the question that has left me somewhat confused is the question of why. Why hasn't the city followed through with the agreements made in 2014 to negotiate a new franchise agreement with Murray's Disposal? Why was there initially only a 2-week turnaround to respond to the RFP? And why was there such a quick decision on the bid without fully reviewing and, more importantly, fully discussing the bid rate results and publicly discussing the financial differences over the life of the agreement? I would recommend that you stop, take a step back, and consider all the options. I believe you may have received some written comments from businesses in Pacific. Please listen to them, and please listen to us. You don't have to go through a disagreement. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to give testimony? Come on.
Good evening. I'm Laura Moser with Waste Management. I'll just keep it really short. I just want you to know that Waste Management stands prepared, we're ready, and we're able to service the entire city of Pacific. And we just need you to move forward with a decision. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that has public comment? Okay. Anyone else in the audience with public comment? Okay, before I close the public comment portion, we have 4 letters that need to be read into the record. I'll leave that to you, Amy.
The first letter was received from Keith Bilbrey, owner of Pacific Truck and Machinery Coating. His letter says, "My family has owned and operated a business in the city of Pacific for more than 30 years. Pacific Truck and Machinery Coating, formerly Norm's Truck and Equipment. It has not been easy getting through the economic downturn that especially hit the construction industry, which is our major source of customers. We've had to put into place careful cost control measures. We are extremely concerned about the recent decision of the City of Pacific to give the solid waste contract to a company whose proposal would cost businesses and residences $1.9 million more than the other company's proposal. We project this would mean approximately $2,077 more for our business per year than the other provider, which works out to more than $14,000 over the 7-year contract. We cannot afford this increase. The proposal you chose took a 25% markup on a disposal at the landfill, while the other company was not going to mark this up at all. This does not make sense to us, and we feel this is just lining the pocket of the other garbage disposal company at the cost of businesses in the city of Pacific. It is our understanding that the only reason the other company was chosen was because they offered to use compressed natural gas trucks. Although our company is a green company, it is committed to keeping our environment safe. The emissions savings is negligible over the contract period. We respectfully ask that this contract award be reconsidered and future decisions made based on sound fiscal policy." Letter number 2 was received from Mark Beatty, President of Valley Construction Supply. To whom it may concern, we have just been informed of a possible increase in our garbage rates due to your tentative acceptance of a proposal by a new solid waste company. This increase is estimated to cost our company over $11,000 in the next 7 years. This increase is on top of your current increase of $3,600 per year to our sewer rates. Just how do you think businesses in the city of Pacific are supposed to keep coming up with the money to pay for these ludicrous price increases? I am definitely concerned about these increased expenses to my company. This is a considerable jump in utility costs and will adversely affect my business. I have been very happy with the current service we've received from Murray's Disposal and would prefer to continue with our current provider. At least they bill me for the actual tonnage shipped to the landfill. The outfit that you have decided to pick charges a 25% markup. Tell me just how that is fair to the consumer. Oh, just one other thing. Just how much is the kickback to the city coffers from this rip-off garbage company? If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And the next 2 letters were received from Steve Gordon. Dear Mr. Gould, I write to you to express Valley Freightliner Incorporated substantial concern regarding the City of Pacific's apparent recent decision to award its next solid waste collection contract to Waste Management. VFI has been headquartered in Pacific for over 30 years and values its long-standing relationship with the city. However, VFI has serious reservations about the size of rate increases for solid waste collection that it will be forced to pay should Pacific contract with Waste Management, as opposed to that of our current provider, DM Disposal. Our understanding, based on the information we have been provided, is that Waste Management's collection services will cost VFI an additional $6,916 over the next year and $69,160 over the next 10 years, based on our current service levels and volume. Based on this, BFI requests that the city review more economical options that would provide its commercial customers and residents with quality, reliable, affordable solid waste collection services. I would welcome hearing from you with any questions or comments you may have regarding this letter. Steve Gordon, owner Valley Freightliner. And the last letter. Dear Mr. Gould, I write to you to express Gordon Trucking Incorporated's substantial concern regarding the City of Pacific's apparent recent decision to award its next solid waste collection contract to Waste Management. GTI has been headquartered in Pacific for over 30 years and values its long-standing relationship with the city. However, GTI has serious reservations about the size of rate increases for solid waste collection that would be forced to pay should Pacific contract with Waste Management, as opposed to that of our current provider, BM Disposal. Our understanding, based on the information we have been provided, is that Waste Management's collection services will cost GTI an additional $2,145 over the next year and $21,450 over the next 10 years based on our current service levels and volume. Based on this, GTI requests that the city review more economical options that would provide its commercial customers and residents with quality, reliable, affordable solid waste collection services. I would welcome hearing from you with any questions or comments you may have regarding this letter. Sincerely, Steve Gordon, Chief Operating Officer of Gordon Trucking.
Thank you, Amy. So, I'll now take third and final call for any public testimony regarding the solid waste contract. Okay, seeing none, that hearing is closed. Thank you, everybody.